I am now recording my video. Hopefully my family shut their face.
No!
All right, y'all, now that my family is done tormenting me, we have a new product to discuss. This product, so let's go ahead and let's get this out in the forefront now. I'm not at that level yet for these people to be, you know what I'm saying, paying me big bread like that, but Comica did send me this joint, you feel what I'm saying? So we're gonna be discussing the Comica Vimo C wireless mic and my thoughts about it. Before we start, for those who are new, welcome, you know what I'm saying? For all my OGs, go ahead and hit that like button for me now, hit and comment, we in the building, y'all know the motto. But for my newcomers, if this is your first time seeing it, my name is Sean Brooks. I'm a production company here in Chicago, #1 production company to be exact. We talk about filming gear, things that make you a better business person, and from time to time again, camera news. So I may not have earned your like yet, but I guarantee you within the first 2 minutes, if I had to drop the gem, I've earned it. So just give me a like when you feel that when I earned it. So here we're discussing the Vimo C wireless mic. Now, just to start out the gate, it comes with a case, which I think is dope, especially for the price point. These things are priced at 140 bucks. And the entire video that you'll be hearing audio from will be coming directly from this mic here, which is, again, the Vimo C wireless mic. But for the most part, it is gonna be definitely unprocessed. I want you all to hear how it's gonna be just kind of like raw in this most authentic form, because who this mic is geared towards is not geared towards, quote unquote, like your filmmakers. This mic is literally geared towards content creators. And most content creators are not gonna be sitting here trying to clean up their audio, process it a certain way, normalize it. So for those who are content creators who may, just a little quick settings tip, if you are A7S3 shooter, we have the volume set to 1, right? Because we don't want any of the internals of the camera, the preamps of the camera mess with the audio. And then we have this audio, which we also film on a safety track on this, and we have this set to level 4. So if the audio sounds pretty good to you, then those are the settings that you can use. So let's discuss what the Vimo C actually comes with. Number one, it actually comes with 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. Obviously we have the receiver on the camera now, and then the other transmitter is right here in this box. And if we were to take it out, it will obviously connect to that instantly with no problems at all. Just to kind of show you all what it looks like. Hopefully it doesn't do anything to my audio actually on here, but it'll blink, right? Red, blue, red, like it'll blink red and blue until it's actually synced up. And then once you hit the noise canceling button, it'll turn green, and then that's how you know you're in noise cancellation mode. You also have a mute button here when you don't want the audio coming through here at all. And again, it turns red when it's on mute. A couple other things that it comes with. You got a windsock that you put over the mics, which the way they do it, it works, whatever. It comes with a splitter, so you want to sit there and charge it. When you want to charge the receiver and monitor the audio, you can do that with this little splitter here. Obviously a USB-A to USB-C charging cable, a TRS cable, so if you want to use it for your phones and stuff like that. And obviously we're using the TRS cable on the actual camera itself. Now that we kind of cover what comes in a case, which honestly for 140 bucks you do get a lot. I'm not gonna cap on that. And let's talk about some of the pros and cons that I've found with this mic thus far. So we start with the pros first, just because I actually have more pros for this mic than I do cons, and honestly, I end up liking this mic more than I thought it was initially, to be honest. Number one, each transmitter comes with 8 hours up to battery life, and then including the case, you can get up to 20 hours. But to be real, I haven't really charged these things like that. I think I charged them once when they got here to make sure they had a full charge, but since then, and I've used them on maybe like 3 to 4 separate videos, I haven't had to charge these things up since, and like the battery life is pretty phenomenal. And then also on that charging case, you have like a little charging indicator to let you know what your charge level is, whether it's like 25, 50, 75, or to 100%. Again, for 140 bucks, I'm not mad at this. The screen is actually rotatable on the actual receiver itself. So if you, depending on the orientation of your camera, you need to have it up or down, you can set that. And then it actually remembers that the next time you turn it back on. It has built-in noise reduction and has 4 presets for volume, in which you can control through the actual receiver itself. Again, so far, I'm Comica, you cracking right now. Now, for those who do want to see this as well, here's we're gonna take a little cut real quick to kind of show you all a range test and also the noise reduction test, in which Editor Sean will let you know if the noise reduction is usable. Okay, so right now we are filming on the Vimo C wireless mic. I'm about to just walk, I don't know, somewhere over there, I guess. Just kind of give you all a good range distance. I mean, for the most part, make that wider. You can see it's gonna be like a pretty nice little distance. So also within this test, we are also be testing now just to kind of hear how it sounds. It is kind of windy outside right now. Beautiful day in Chicago though, but it is kind of windy outside right now, and I do have the wind sock on. We're gonna call that, or better known as a microphone condom. That's kind of dirty. I don't know if I'm gonna put that in there. All right, so this is my back turned against you all. I guess we'll see if we have any dropouts. Editor Sean will let you all know. I don't know how many meters this is, but this is like a pretty, y'all see how far I'm away. So now I'm walking back. And again, it's pretty noisy, not pretty noisy, that's that, but it's pretty windy. But hopefully the audio sounds phenomenal, which I think it will. And we are also filming this on the safety track as well. So that way one channel is higher and one channel is lower, just to make sure we're gonna be good. So also while we outside, I think it's appropriate just to kind of see what the noise canceling feature sound like. Now, for this test here, I'm gonna tell you all right now, I would never use noise canceling on a microphone itself. I will only do that in post-processing. But again, we're just gonna test it out to hear how it sounds. But for those who are not familiar with post-processing, who's not trying to get into like the whole editing software thing and audio engineering, is this a good, valuable option for you? Again, Editor Sean will let you know. No, don't use it. As you can see, the range, it can like be hit and miss, and it was kind of spotty, but you know, it's 200 meters within line of sight, whereas in the receiver can physically, like they can actually see each other, quote unquote. To be real though, I would never be that far from my talent. And again, this is for content creators, so I doubt, you know, if let's just say if you are a stylist and you want to interview your client that you just got through doing her hair or something like that, you kind of want to get an idea of what she said. I doubt if your client's gonna be that far away from you when you're asking these questions, okay? So just keep that in mind. So with that being said, right, you all saw that I mentioned stylist. Who is this mic actually for? Now, would I recommend this mic for filmmakers? No, because there's certain things about it that, you know, we're gonna get into the cons about it within a second. But this mic is great for somebody who's a content creator, somebody who actually runs a business when they kind of have professional, good sound and audio quality, when they're maybe getting testimonies from their clients. Maybe they're just kind of doing like some one-offs, maybe kind of doing like little content creation when they're on the street, ask people questions. Like these mics are really good for that. Zoom meetings, if you need to plug up to a PC, quick reviews, quick interviews, and then obviously for YouTube channels, right? Like this mic honestly is definitely aimed towards content creators 100%, or people who just kind of want to have better sound and audio for their, you know, for their interviews or their Zoom calls. Because what's great about this, again, if I fail to mention it, it does have a safety track. So if you need to record something at a higher level and something at a lower level, but just because you're not sure if the settings are correct, you can do that with the safety feature in it, and this does apply for both mics, which I thought was pretty cool. Let's get into some of the cons about this mic, right? We've been hearing all this good stuff about it, how great it is, a battery life. So let's talk about something I do not like about this mic. Number one, again, with me being a filmmaker, the reason why I can't use this on set is because it doesn't have any internal onboard recording storage. So, you know, let's just say if these mics gets disconnected and you're like very far away or you're getting dropouts like some of you have heard, you have no backup feature for that, right? So there's nothing for you to kind of like get storage off of this to make sure that your audio is always clean and precise. So you essentially need to make sure that you're in a good, clean line of sight of the person that you're talking to, or if you experience dropouts, you're gonna experience dropouts in your actual footage. So there's that. Kind of like my biggest gripe, but again, I'm not really expecting it for this price point, but it'd have been nice, and it almost kind of like took these mics over the top if they would have added that. And that would have been the ability to add live to this mic. So because of the way they are built, as you can see, there's no 3.5 millimeter input anywhere for you to add a live into this to make sure that you even get even cleaner audio. Or maybe you want to hide it on your talent. Maybe you're doing like a narrative work and you kind of want to hide the mic for just backup. You would not be able to do this with these units here. Now, granted, they are very small, very discreet, but I want to be able to use a live. You know what I'm saying? Like this, again, for what I do, I need a live. And my last gripe about it is that you can't control the brightness of the LED or maybe even turn it off. So again, depending on what you're doing, if you're just doing YouTube content creation or like quick interviews, Zoom call, like all that stuff wouldn't matter. But again, for more professional use, when you don't have light coming in out of nowhere, like, oh, what's that? Or things to that nature, I don't really think, you know, I wish it's something they can improve upon. But what are my overall thoughts about this mic? Number one, I'm gonna tell you right out the gate. For the audio quality, I think it actually sounds pretty phenomenal. I was really expecting this mic to sound kind of garbage. Because of the price point. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. I'm like, you know, we'll see. But again, I've been wanting to work with Comica for a while, and I know some of their mics, their mics were good. But you know, I'm coming from the Rode mics, coming to DJI mics. Like I'm coming from mics that has like 24-bit great sounding audio, right? So when I didn't see 24-bit or 32-bit audio like in like the quote unquote specs, I'm like, okay, here we go. And this goes to show you like specs doesn't mean everything, because it may not say that in specs. In regards to how they actually sound, the audio sounds pretty good. Like it actually sounds really great, to be real, especially for something in this price point. Now, if you're actually interested in picking these up, I will be linking these down in the description below. I do get a kickback, so help your boy out to that affiliate link. You feel me? Trying to get that bread in. But again, thank you, Comica, for sending me these out. Again, for my content creators, I recommend these. It's your boy Sean B. Thank you for watching. Follow me everywhere at Brookssmedia with 2 S's. If you want to add the S, you ain't spelling it right. And we out. Deuces.